The markets are starting off a day post-budget. Remember, very choppy day yesterday. Can we see more of the same today? Very likely not. But what is the trend gonna be today? Or is there going to be a trend? Well, about 0.15% lower. So no big trends, if you will, just a very flat start. Banks, though, are a bit lower. So 0.38% lower. I believe this is countered maybe by FMCG. I would reckon FMCG stocks could well be in the green again today. Nifty FMCG, yes, 0.24% higher. Let's get the heat map up on the screen. Actually, mid caps, okay, let's stick to the heat map. Tamanna will mark the mid cap and the small cap indices. But fair degree of red, very little green. I'll start with the red first. Bajaj Finance, 2% lower on the results. Tata Consumer, remember, it's not a tradable thing, this whole rights issue piece that has come out. The stock down about 1% or thereabouts. Power Grid, Nestle. So interestingly, while FMCG is doing okay, there are a couple of constituents which are in the red. Reliance is in the red, that's the other one. Banks like Axis and Kotak in the red. What is doing well? ITC, the heavyweight. This is the reason why the FMCG index is doing what it is doing. So after a 6.5% uptick yesterday, another percent added to ITC today. Jefferies has upped the target price and upgraded it to a buy. BPCL, a lot of brokerages are saying that the moves taken in the budget assuage some of the concerns for companies like BPCL. That stock is up. HDFC Life, a clear defensive bent, if you will, because you see a bit of IT, a bit of FMCG, a bit of life insurance thrown in there. But the two winners of yesterday are the two winners of today, Titan and ITC. As we speak, though, the quantum of green is slowly increasing, which is not a bad sign, Tamanna.
I'm surprised that Titan is doing what it's doing. Also because, remember, gold prices took quite a tumble after the custom duties cut, and companies would be sitting with inventory right now, which they have bought at higher prices. So Titan, nevertheless, up there as is ITC. Let's look at how the broader markets have opened today, a day after the big event. And not half bad, at least in positive territory on the Nifty Mid Cap 150. We'll pull up the small cap as well, because even while the frontline indices are in the red, at least these are in the green, not with massive gains though. So broader markets doing okay, at least on first glance. Let's look at what's working in specific stocks. A mix of results, I would say, and budget focus. I'll start with Suzlon Energy, because Suzlon Energy had fantastic numbers. We're speaking to the management in just a bit from now, and that stock up 5% up, second day in a row. Could be twin reasons. Could also be because of the focus on renewable energy, etc., which was spoken about by the finance minister. Not really quantified though, but the big move is there. See a Borosil Renewable, also second day in a row, doing very, very well. That was a winner right from the get-go. At the start of trade yesterday, continued through, opens another 7% up. So Borosil Renewable, really an exciting one. Let's look at some of those jewelry and gold related stocks. Let's look at a Senco, let's look at a Titan, Kalyan. Those are doing okay today. Maybe the duty cut does help, and hope that you will spur more purchases going ahead. So that is one way to look at it. The fact is that they may be sitting on more expensive inventory, but those stocks looking fine this morning. I want to see cigarette companies. I mean, we saw ITC, but what is the Godfrey Phillips doing? Because remember, no news is good news. Godfrey Phillips doing even better, 1.5%, nearly 2% up. No taxation on cigarettes, because you know what's the new sin in town. Let's look at the employment push, and some of those team leads definitely there. Info Edge. And how those stocks are doing. Info Edge not doing too well, but Team Lease and Quest Corp really flying. Team Lease second day in a row seeing a really big push because of all of those employment schemes. I mean, if you have to get interns in as part of your CSR, these are the companies that could provide some of those services, and that's why you're seeing that. I'm going to look at the impact of duty removed on 3 cancer drugs. We spoke about AstraZeneca this morning, but they're not the only one. Dr. Reddy's would benefit, so would Glenmark, Lupin, etc. None of the stocks reacting right now in any major way, though. AstraZeneca looking at a few cuts after yesterday. So pharma having a tough morning out and out. But overall, I would say no big movers this morning, and the market still being quite careful a day after the big event.